What's up with it, man? Polo motivation, bro. Gonna get right to it. Man, be that living proof. Be that living proof, man. And when I say that, man, you be that living proof to prove people wrong. Okay? It's a lot of people up here, man, that are constantly telling you stuff that you can't do it. Uh, man, you got problems with the way that you talk. You'll never do it. You're not smart enough. You'll never do it. You're not tall enough. You'll never do it. You're not big enough. You'll never do it. You're too short. You'll never do it because you don't have the willpower. You'll never do it because you're not determined enough. You'll never do it because you're not attractive enough. You'll never do it because this is in your way, that is in your way. Be that living proof. Be that living proof. And don't disguise nothing. Don't disguise who you are. You be yourself. Be that living proof. I'm living proof. See, I'm gonna put y'all on some real stuff, man. They used to tell me all the time and tell my mom, they wanted to put me like in a special class and stuff. But the only thing that they couldn't understand is how well I performed in terms of my grades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And uh, I had a sheer gift in terms of my athletic ability and everything, but I was always getting in trouble. I stayed in trouble. I was always like, I did some of the most craziest stuff in class that y'all be like, man, I'm surprised you're not 6 feet under the jail. Now, I'm not talking about in terms of committing crimes and stuff like that, but I'm talking about like you would have thought I would have ended up in either a jail cell or in a box. Some of these teachers didn't even think. I had a teacher tell me one time, I keep up the rate that I'm 38 going on 39 years old. So I'm faced with that. Man, you're not going to be successful because of the way that you are and everything like that. Man, you got to tell people to shut the hell up and know what I'm doing. Sometimes you just shut them up with your actions. You shut them up with your actions. The more people have something to say about you, you got to look at it as an opportunity for you to prove them wrong. And don't just focus because you don't want to become an emotional wreck, an emotional train wreck trying to do it. But you have to do it without thinking. Like for my queens that's out there, for my women, not enough for they why you think a lot of Caucasian folks look at my black and look. I, about LeBron James and how they've been talking about him. Okay, you can't please anybody, is what I'm saying. But he's one of the living proofs on earth that you can still make it because look at where he came from. It was poverty stricken, his mom's situation and everything, and he still made it out to be who he is today. Now you love him or hate him, but he's still successful whether you like it or not. And that's what you have to tell people. Look, some of y'all really got to get in grind mode. Okay, y'all got to get in grind mode. There's too many people sitting around. There's too many people in our culture sitting around. Now that Facebook and IG and all these other apps are down and everything. Oh, now, well, what are we gonna do? It's people going crazy because social media ain't up. I don't need none of that social media BS, really. I do this because it's therapeutic. I do this to actually help people, to inspire people, to motivate people, man. You know, that's why I don't really sit here and focus on who know the numbers and all this other stuff. You know, who's subbing to this and who's subbing to that. Man, I don't care about that stuff, man. Because I know somebody gonna stumble across this and they're gonna listen to it and they're gonna they're gonna actually hear me out. And if I could reach like one person, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Makes no difference to me. And see, I'm living proof that you can make it, man. It was me and my mom struggling, nobody else. Then later on, my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up quick, being talked about, being told, you know, you can't do this. Still to this day, people telling me, you know, that I can't do this and still doubting me. And division happens to the people that are most closest to you. They're gonna tell you all types of stuff, whether it has to do with your looks, whether it has to do with you know, your performance, what type of talent you have. And some people are just jealous because they didn't make it, so they trying to tell you, oh, okay, well, you could do this a lot better. But you can tell that criticism is not constructive at all. You know where criticism is just being downright trying to be an asshole in comparison to criticism that's constructive or I should say destructive, you know? And see, you know when you got fake support. I listen, I welcome fake support. You hear me? I welcome fake support because I laugh at it. I laugh at it. I laugh at it, man. I laugh at it. And see, when they don't see your vision and when they don't jump on the train at first and everything like that, like you'll be surprised. Then people want to start coming around. Then people want to start being your friend. Then people want to start dapping you up. Then people want to start being in your corner and all this other stuff. But in the beginning, they're like, oh man, ride him off. He ain't doing nothing, anything like that. But then they start coming around. But listen, those people right there, welcome them right back in. You know why? Because you got to say, I am proof. You have to be the proof. You have to be the proof. Nobody be in your corner at first. And you and listen, I'm living proof. I'm living proof. I played terrible when I was in high school. In comparison, like if you want to look at it from an NBA player standpoint, I'm talking about in basketball wise. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, you talking about you gonna make it to the NBA? Because I wanted to go to the NBA. I wanted to do something. I was putting my life on the line daily. Because as an athlete, and when you play any sport, you're putting your life on the line and you're putting your livelihood on the line. Anything can happen out there. People have died on that court. But they used to tell me all the time, "You're not gonna make it," and I made it further than a lot of the guys that told me that they would never make it and everything. And then when I came back, they said, "Wow, you playing in Mexico now, or you playing in this league now and everything like that?" I'm like, "Yeah," but I wasn't cocky about it. I would still remain humble. And see, when you outgrow somebody, and when you outdo somebody, man, just remain humble. And I understand, man. I know you want to be cocky about it, man. It's a great feeling, especially when all the females that used to walk away, walk away and fling their hair at you and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Never wanted you, give you the cold shoulder and everything like that, and then now they begging just to be with you. They wanna bust that thing open for you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing to do is be like, nah, I'm good. I got one lady who's gonna ride for me because she was with me from the get. That's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Or these guys that used to hate on you, used to talk about you, used to not want to be your friend, used to doubt you, used to always throw you up under the bus, used to like ride you off all this other stuff. Now they want to be around. Stuff like that. When they were more popular than you, and you try to extend your hand in the beginning, and guess what, man? They slapped your hand away, and now they begging for it. Look, I knew a dude, man. He on drugs now. He on drugs, and damn near at a point now to where nobody even knows who this guy is anymore. I know a couple of them like that, but this one specific dude, man, this dude was he played basketball and he played football. You know what I'm saying? And then ended up going to the collegiate level. Had scholarships. This dude was looked at the by the NFL. He actually he went far and was about to make it and everything, and then he ended up coming back coming back home because I think he got into some trouble or something like that, and he never recovered. Went back, uh, started living with his parents. His parents kicked him out. His brothers weren't no dynamic athletes or nothing like that, but his brothers were successful in terms of education and stuff like that, and they were able to take him under uh, they took him under their wing and stuff. And this is his younger brother. Started living with them, then ended up becoming an alcoholic. Started drinking, uh, started getting on drugs, started doing coke and everything. Started stealing from them, taking stuff, pawning stuff. Stuff was coming up missing. They kicked him out of the house or whatever. Then he went to go live with his girl and everything. I let him chill at my spot for just a little bit, but I saw where that stuff was going. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I was like, man, you got to go out. And you know, when you do people like that, they become angry, but at the same time, you got to be smart about what you're doing. And now this dude, I saw him like a year or two back. Man, this dude is homeless. This dude is homeless, and even one time they said he was panhandling and stuff. But people do help him out because they knew how great of an athlete he was, what he brought to the table or whatnot. You know, so you got to be the proof in a good way. He was the proof in a negative way and in a negative light. You know, some of y'all that's not progressing or not where you want to be in life right now, man. Don't get discouraged, man. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged and be encouraged, man. You have to be the proof. Be the proof to your family. Be the proof to your better half, your wife, or because some of y'all females, um, y'all put in your man's head that he can't do anything, and y'all don't really truly know what a man has to endure on a daily basis. There's a lot of men that want. If you're a real man, you don't say anything. If you're a real man, you won't say anything. You just let it be done. But then when that man leaves, or that man, God forbid, something happens to him, but not willing, that he's been saving for you. He's been doing everything that he can for you. He's been doing everything uh, to put his family first, and him second, or putting you first and him second. Then you're gonna feel your conscience is gonna eat you alive. And then for my fellas that's sitting out there, mentally, physically abusing your girl or whatever, because mental abuse is just as worse. Yeah, physical abuse, I know that does it, but mental abuse is just worse, just as worse, because words hurt. Words hurt. So man, just keep on grinding. Be the proof. Polo motivation, bro. I'm gonna get at y'all later. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit them notifications too. Till then, I'm gonna holler at y'all later.